Hello, and thank you for choosing Pureland Supply, your choice for replacement projector lamps. In this video, we're going to go over the lamp replacement process for the 5J.JKC05.001. We're going to swap out the lamp in this BenQ HT3550 4K projector. All of the other models that this is compatible with will be listed down in the description. To replace the lamp assembly in one of these projectors, you only need one Phillips head screwdriver. You can use a PH1 or a PH2. I would recommend the PH1 because of the screws that hold the lamp door in. I'll show you those in a moment. First thing we have to do is unplug the projector. If your projector is ceiling mounted, you can leave your HDMI cable, but if possible, unplug both cables. This prevents any possible damage to the connector or injuring yourself through electrocution. The next step is to loosen the two screws that hold the door assembly on. On the lens side, there's a screw right inside here. And this is why I suggest the PH1. The PH1 screwdriver should fit right in that hole and happily seat in the screw so that you can take it out. Now the screw is captive, so it will not come all the way out, but you will feel it finally get to the edge of the threads and it'll kind of hop. The other thing you can do is put a little bit of gentle pressure that way on the door so that once the screw is clear of the threads, the door will slide just a little bit like that. Then we're going to take the screw out of the other side. The screw on the other side is a little less obvious. It's located in the upper corner hole right there. And the same thing, once that's loosened all the way, the door should slide. So it's a fairly long screw. Once the screws are fully released, the door should slide towards the front of the projector about 1/4 of an inch. You can see the gap there. Once that is slid forward, you just lift up on it and the door will come up. You can see that underneath there are clips. These will need to be put back in the right way, and that's why it only slides, that much before it comes out. The other thing to do is check the screws, make sure they are pushed so they're at least flush with the end. You don't want to see the screw sticking up like that. Make sure it's like that. And again, these are captives, they should not come out. Same thing on the other side. This will make reinstallation a lot easier. The next step is to remove the air sticker. I'm not quite sure what the proper name is, but this piece of plastic helps keep the air inside so that the lamp assembly can be cooled properly. I like to, just as I did, you put a screwdriver underneath and just kind of pull up on it. It's sticky around the edges, so when you set this off to the side, I would set it right behind, sticky side up, so that it doesn't get stuck to your table or wherever you're working. If this is ceiling mounted when you do it, I would then take the sticker and I would just lay it in top of the the door cover here. Let's see, that went like that, so it would have been this way if we were to look at the projector with the door in place. That's how the sticker would be oriented, so you could even store it like that. Next step is to locate the lamp connector. On this model, the lamp connector just seats off to the side here. The larger part, this stays in the projector. This comes from the power supply ballast section. The smaller side with the clip, that goes down to the lamp assembly. So to release that, we're going to squeeze the clip and pull it apart. And to do that, it's better to do two-handed. Squeeze that so you see the little catch lift up, and just kind of pull. It'll pop apart. The next step is to pop the handle up for the lamp assembly. We'll need this for removing. Then we're going to loosen both of the screws on the front section of the lamp assembly. These are captive, so they will not come out all the way, but you will feel them get to the top and hop, and you can hear it. Then just reach down and pull straight up. Now, sometimes these metal side pieces can get caught on things, so you just kind of need to wiggle and just be careful with it. It should come up like that. This is the old assembly. Still looks okay. Probably still functions, but the hours were very high on it, so it's time to be changed. You can also see that the original lamp assembly has the correct coating on the UV IR filter. It should have that pinkish, purple, bluish coating. If you don't see that on your projector lamp, send it back to whoever you purchased it from. Any projector lamp coming from Pureland Supply will have the correct coating on it. Now we want to unbox the new lamp assembly. It should come packed in a double foam box like this, piece of foam on top, piece of foam on the bottom. And then the lamp assembly itself is inside this foam bag. And the new lamp assembly, as you can see, has the wires facing the right direction. They're also pinned the same. The side of the connector without the clip goes down to the lower pin, we'll say. There's no positive and negative here, so there's no anode and cathode, but you get the idea. You can also see, this is actually a good time, and here I can show you that the bare bulb inside the Pureland Supply lamp assembly is the same as the OEM. They're both Osram PVIP 245 0.8 E30.5 reflectors. You can see the housings are the same. They have the same screw locations, same shielding, and very importantly, the replacement also has the proper UV IR coating. Those need to match. If they look green or clear, you don't want to use it. But as I said, if you purchase it from us, that's not a concern you have to worry about. So before we drop it into the projector, we're going to make sure our handle is available. These can be a little sticky getting up sometimes. You may need to get a flathead or something, or just get your Phillips under there and work it. It will pop loose. They do that so that you can lock it back in once it's in the projector, so you don't have something flopping around. Wouldn't affect operation, but depending on the install, it may, vibrate and make noise. So make sure it's up and ready to work with before you put it in the projector. So now let's put it in the projector. Installation is very straightforward. You do want to make sure that the wire going inside is not going to get caught and pulled down when you set the lamp assembly in. Just go straight down. Pay attention to the alignment pins here. Once they're in, just go ahead and snug these screws down. I would recommend against using a cordless screwdriver unless you can set the tightness very low. You do not want to over tighten these. It's easy to strip out. You just need them to go all the way down till it stops, and then just a tiny little turn more just to make sure the screws are snug. Once they're in all the way, just give it a little shake. Nothing should move. Then you can push the handle back down. Now the last step for the actual install is we need to connect the cable, and the way we do that is if you look at the ends, these Molex ends are keyed where it will only fit one way. It will not fit in reverse. It will only fit the proper direction. And that's it, just like that. Then go over here and you just set it down into this area, and that just keeps the connector out of the way. Then we're going to reapply the sticker, air dam. I'm not quite sure what its proper name is. I'm going to call it a sticker. Set the sticker in place, and then we will go to put the door back on. And remember, make sure the screws are back behind, not sticking out. Line up the tabs with the tab holes like that, and again there's about a 5 to 6 millimeter 1/4 inch gap right here. push it back. Once it goes back, we're ready to tighten the screws that hold the lamp door in place. Once you tighten the screws down, you can go ahead and plug the projector back in. Power light came on. Make sure your HDMI is reconnected if that's what you're using. And now it is ready to turn on. And we'll reset the lamp timer. And make sure the door is pushed all the way back. It should be aligned on that front edge there. Then you can get in and tighten that screw down. These don't go in very far, only a few turns, and you'll feel it start to stop. Just stop right there, don't over tighten it. And then on the other side, same thing. Make sure that door is all the way back and just run that screw in until it stops. Now we're ready to plug it in and reset the lamp timer. The only thing left to do now is reset the lamp timer. However, depending on your model, those steps may vary. So please click on the link down in the description, which will take you to the manual section of our website so that you can find the proper lamp timer reset for your particular model of BenQ that uses the 5J.JKC05.001. If you have any questions, please go ahead and put them down in the comments. If you need any sales support, please email us at sales@PurelandSupply.com or give us a call at 610-444-0590. And thank you again for choosing Pure Land Supply for your replacement projector lamps.